this year, you know. It's part of my responsibility. This would be much better if I did Duncan Stevens. He's in Garb. It's coming close.
You didn't eat my feet last year, you're not going to eat them this year. It's time to wake up. Not yet.
So everybody, thank you for being here. We're really excited to do our 18th annual. No, I think it's the 4th, it's not even annual, but we're really excited to do this event every once in a while, and it's been every year for the last few years. Really glad to have you here. I hope that your kids maybe can participate in the drama we're doing. I want to thank you guys for playing some music before the event today. We really appreciate it. And just very, very pleased that you all are here. And so welcome.
A long time ago, people were expecting that God would send someone into the world that would save the world. But nobody knew when. Well, this is how it happened. God sent an angel to a young woman named Mary. Mary was engaged to a man named Joseph, and Joseph's great-grandfather, with 40 greats, was King David, the greatest king that Israel ever had. The angel said to Mary,
"Greetings, Mary. Something really good is going to happen to you because God really loves you and is watching over you."
Well, Mary was kind of worried, just like anyone would be if an angel started talking to them out of the blue. But the angel said to her,
"I can see I scared you. I'm sorry about that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Mary. God has noticed you and is going to do something amazing in you and through you. You're going to have a baby. You will name him Jesus. He will be great because he will be God's own son. God will be born on earth, and you will be his mother. Instead of King David being the greatest king Israel ever had, Jesus will be. And he won't just be king of Israel, he'll be the king of everyone. And his kingdom will last forever. It will never end.
Mary didn't know what to say, and so she asked what was most on her mind.
How can this happen? I'm not even married. I can't have a baby.
And the angel answered her,
The Holy Spirit of God is going to put a baby in you. And so your baby will be holy, the Son of God. Don't even think about how it will happen. Remember, God can do anything.
Mary loved God and followed God, and so she believed the angel.
Well, that's a different life than I had planned on. But whatever God needs me for, I will do it.
Wait, gotta run. Lots to do to get ready.
And then the angel went away. It was about 9 months later, and Mary was pregnant, very pregnant, and her belly was getting big. The Roman emperor, his name was Caesar Augustus, gave a command to the whole Roman Empire, from Africa to Europe to the Middle East where Israel was. He wanted to know how many people there were in the Roman Empire, and so he said that everybody had to go to the place where they were raised, so that they could be counted. That meant that Joseph, the man Mary was going to be married to, had to go to a place called Bethlehem, where King David had been born, because Joseph was related to King David. But there was a problem. Because the Roman emperor had said everybody had to go back to the places where they grew up to be counted, there were so many travelers in all the cities of Israel. Joseph and Mary thought that maybe they could stay with some relatives, but their houses were already full. And so they went to an inn to try and get a room there. Joseph asked the owner of the inn,
Excuse me, sir. My fiance and I are looking for a room.
You two are the 10th people I've had come here today looking for a room. I'm sorry, but I don't have any extra rooms. They're all full.
Sir, isn't there anything you can do? You can see that my fiance is about to have a baby. We can't have a baby on the side of the road.
No, you're right. I do have a spot. I wish I could give you more, but I'm full. But I have a place where we keep the animals. It's out of the wind and the weather. You can stay there.
Joseph and Mary looked at each other and sighed.
We'll make it work. This baby is coming. Thank you, sir.
So they went to the place where the animals were kept, and that's where they waited. It wasn't too long, and Mary could tell that her baby was beginning to come. It took a few hours, but she had the baby, Jesus. And they wanted to get him off the ground and keep him warm, so they wrapped him up in cloth and put him in a trough that was used to feed the animals. It didn't seem like a very special beginning for a baby who was supposed to be very special. Except then this happened. There were shepherds outside of town. They were taking care of their sheep at night. They were talking and watching out for wild animals that might attack their sheep. And all of a sudden, an angel came to the shepherds. And because the angel was from God, God's light shone all around on that dark night. Well, the shepherds were afraid. And so, just like the angels had to tell Mary not to be afraid, she also had to tell the shepherds not to be afraid.
Hey, everybody. What? Oh, sorry, I scared you folks again. Hey, listen, don't worry. No need to be scared. I'm bringing you really good news. Good news for everyone, and you're getting to hear it first. God has finally sent the one who's going to save the world. He's a little baby born in the town of Bethlehem. You'll find him there. He's wrapped up in cloth and he's lying in a feeding trough.
Feeding trough?
Yeah, a feeding trough. Ugh, don't worry about it. Just go check him out.
But that wasn't all that happened. Next, it seemed like everyone in heaven showed up. They all began to say that God is great. Dance. Give a shout out to God.
And
May there be peace on earth for all people because of what God is doing today. And then they were gone back up to heaven. The shepherds looked at one another. They were amazed and stunned at what had just happened. And then one of them remembered the baby that the angel had talked about. He said,
Hey guys, I don't think we should just go back to sleep tonight. Let's go to Bethlehem and see this baby. Let's find the one who's going to save the world.
So they left their sheep right there. This seemed like it was way more important than looking after sheep, and they searched around Bethlehem for a while. And then they found Mary and Joseph and their little baby, who was wrapped up and lying in that feeding trough. They told Mary and Joseph all about the angel and just stared at the baby for a long time. Then they went and told everybody in Bethlehem who would listen about the baby. And everybody was just amazed as the shepherd had been. And then the shepherds went back to their sheep, but they were thanking God and talked together about how great God is.
So you guys, I was just I was thinking a lot about this story. I hope you guys are thinking a lot about this story this time of year. And I wondered if I might ask you some questions. And these are questions for you guys to answer, okay? So these are like sort of I wonder questions. I wonder what it was like, right? So I was kind of wondering, what do you think made the shepherds leave where they were to go see Jesus? Yeah. Okay, so the angels talked to them for a reason, a very special reason, so that they wouldn't want to pass it up just to, it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, right? Did somebody else? I wonder why. Yeah.
They never seen an angel before, so they wanted to believe it. And if they didn't believe it, then they wouldn't see this great miracle. The shepherds practice their song tonight. The angels were right about Mary, so then the shepherds, it would make sense for them to listen to them because they were right when, the angels were right when they said Mary was gonna be pregnant.
All right, I have one more question just because it's starting to rain now. What was so special about Jesus that it made everybody so excited? Well, yeah.
Because
What was so special about Jesus that it made everyone so excited?
because he would rule over King David and his kingdom will last forever. And he's God's son, I mean.
Anybody else?
Not the camel.
And you can go look at the camera a little bit.
What was so special, do you think, about this baby?
It's gonna be a king. Something blessy king.
So that's really why this time is so special, this Christmas time, is because Jesus was not just a baby, right? He was, just like you said, the Son of God, and predicted by the angels, and it's an amazing thing. Yeah. So thank you guys. So we're very grateful you were here. I just want to remind you that we have Christmas Eve services coming up on Christmas Eve, not surprisingly, at 7 and 10 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, 7 and 11 o'clock, and we invite you to those. We have one more carol, and then our production is done. We have no more carols. We're good. Folks, thank you so much for being here.